Sorry, yeah, part two. I think I pressed a button there, cut you halfway through. Yeah, so lighting and flow I don't think is a problem. The only thing I could think of possibly caused it was I used some frozen food omega mix. I think for the past couple of weeks I've overfed on that. I was putting like a cube a day, only for four small fish. I don't know whether a little bit of that's got out of hand a bit, um, and that's caused this bloom. Like I said, it's not as bad on the screen here, but it is worse when you look at it in the tank itself. So yeah, bit of a battle really. Don't want it to overflow, take control of my tank. I already have a problem with bubble algae, literally everywhere. My mistake when I was a newbie in this hobby, I brought in a coral and left two little bubbles on thinking it was part of the coral. How stupid. And a year later it's infested everywhere. I am thinking of a plan of attack to address that issue. So the last thing I want is a cyano taking over everywhere, so I'm looking to address that as early as possible, really. So big water change next week. I'm going to, obviously I was saying last week how I don't do water changes no more. I'm going to have to go back to doing water change on a regular basis till this cyano is defeated. Looking at the other problems of the other causes of cyano is the balance of nitrate and phosphate. A lot of people when I go online complain that they have cyano but zero nitrate. Well, actually that's actually a problem. Zero nitrate and a little bit of phosphate will cause an outbreak of cyano. There is science behind it. I'm not going to bore you all with it, but basically the cyano becomes like the dominant bacteria in the tank, so you have to kind of readjust the balance of nitrate and phosphate. Basically you need more nitrate than phosphate, I think, in essence. That's not the case in my tank. I did a nitrate test this morning. I'm reading about 2 parts per million, so it's clearly more than the phosphate. I am going to increase the NOPOX dose from 0.5 mil to a mil. I'm going to get that down to 1 part per million. Little low for the softies really, but I'm going to start implementing the Redsea nutrition program A and B. Never fed these corals on a regular basis, so I'm going to give that a go and get the nutrients right down, just to see if I can get rid of this cyano and get it balanced again. But I'm going to do one thing at a time. So the lights have been turned up again, full intensity, to see if it's the light issue, the cyano. Yeah, when I defeated it last time, this is what I did. I increased the lighting on recommendation from my LFS, and the really good guy over in Aldridge, he actually said to me, lower light is what cyano prefers, and people naturally want to turn down their lights when they see an outbreak of algae or cyano. But he told me to get it right up, and it did. Within a week it was gone. So I'm hoping that is the same issue again, because ultimately I did turn the lights down, because I do like a little bit of a blue effect to it at the moment. The tank's very white looking at the moment, but yeah, I'm having to live with it in the meantime, just see if I can burn out this cyano. Give that another week or two. If that doesn't sort it out, I'm then going to have to look at some of the other reasons why the cyano is breaking out in here. So yeah, that's the bad news, I suppose. There's never a tank without its issues. Mine's no exception. Livestock, everything's doing okay. The little yellow wrasse came out of its stand about half an hour ago. They've just been fed, really controlled feeding. A little quarter of a cube of frozen, which they all attacked, and that's in about 10 seconds. So that'll be their only feed for today. They mainly live off a pellet diet, and I supplement that with meaty frozen foods 2 or 3 times a week. That's it, everything seems to be fine. Starfish, really worried about him last week. I can see he's got a shortened leg. I came down one morning and found half his leg hanging off. Not too sure what caused it. Maybe he got trapped in one of the pumps, I don't know. But I thought, God, I better do some research into that. And I read somewhere that potentially they can start eating themselves if there's not enough food from the tank. So that concerned me a bit. However, that was a week ago, and he's still flying around the tank, and the little leg is starting to grow back. So makes me think it was caught up in a pump of some sort. And this coral down here, that's absolutely smothered with bubble algae. I need to get rid of this really. Lost its colour recently. Bit of that's on its way out. I need to look at that issue as well. So yeah, if any of you guys have got any suggestions on a reactor I think I should buy that's good for carbon and rowaphos, maybe for the future if I do go back to rowaphos, and some suggestions how you can defeat cyano, I know there's chemicals out there like Chemiclean. I really don't want to go down that route. I tried that when I first battled it. I just found it came back the minute the chemicals out the tank. So I really want to look at the issues that cause it. Like I said, I think it was the overfeeding of the frozen food a week or two ago. So I'm controlling that now. Big water change next week. Did a small water change last night, not a lot, but about 5%, just to clean out the sump basically and remove the reactor. But yeah, other than the little bit of outbreak of cyanide, everything's okay. Going back to the full no-pox and Redsea's method of controlling nitrate and phosphate, and we'll see how that gets on over the next couple of months, in which my next video updates will be focusing on that really, you know, kind of the no-pox, what it's doing for my phosphate and nitrates for those who potentially are interested. But yeah, okay guys, I'll just give you a sec of the tank. Okay, cheers.